Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Indianapolis Motor Speedway for the 40th event on the NAMAR Mountain Dew Code Red Series schedule. We're getting ready for the first heat race. 8 laps of action, cloudy, 54 degrees out here in Indianapolis. I'm recording this a day after I graduated officially from broadcasting school, and now phase 2 is on the horizon. I will be sure to keep you guys updated, and maybe there will be an official update video at some point. Here's your starting lineup real quick for Heat 1. Nanako and Deaver are row 1. Johnson and Bright row 2. Brommer, Fitzwater, Moore, Braxton, Jones, Commons.
Drivers, start your engines!
It's been about a day plus since I've recorded. Yesterday I was going to, but I was just so tired. That was really strange. Oh, hang on. Hang on, folks. Go away, you. Okay. That stupid iTunes update box decided to pop up an hour after I said I didn't want to update iTunes right now. Caused my game to click out a window. Anyways, so at Michigan, Dale Lightning made a last corner pass on Nico Tringali to get his 5th win of the season. And that locks him into the round of 10 with his teammate Andrew Rich, who won back at Springfield. I'm a little rusty, I guess, from the seams of things, as Casey Nanako currently leads the field. Phone goes off. So Nanako looking for what would be his first heat win of the season. Johnson second, Brommer third. And man, Ryan Brommer has had a pretty good heat streak as of late. He won the first 2 heat races of round 1. But since then, Hunter Braxton has gone back to back, as Braxton now has a total of 10 heat wins. Here comes Brommer to the inside of Marty Johnson for 2nd place. And this is something we should see all race here in the heat and in the main, which will be in turns 1 and 2, you'll be able to make it work on the bottom. But in 3 and 4, it's going to be a lot more difficult. So anyways, Nanako continues to lead. Again, Nanako looking for that first heat win this season. But here comes Ryan Brommer. He's got a heck of a car right now. And it looks like actually you can make some moves in 3 and 4. As Deaver gets by Marty Johnson for 3rd. Eli Bright running in 5th. Bobo Jones trying to shut the door on Andrew Rich for 6th place. As Quinton Moore falls way back to 11th. Right now your bottom 4, Brian Tremblay, Donovan Cage, Slade Jagger, and Baco Magora. As Jones will shove his nose to the inside of Eli Bright. But he can't get it to stick. This will be typical of Indy. We'll see a lot of drafting occur at this racetrack, as now Andrew Rich to the inside of Jones, but Jones with a really good car is going to, oh no, maybe not. Let's see what happens here in turn 4. And off of turn 4, Jones will hold on to the position for now. Jesse Turner in the top 10, right behind teammate Adam Flickinger. That would be for 8th. The Sky Commons is down to 10th. Marty Johnson losing another position. Eli Bright going to take 4th place. And Eli only has a single heat win on his entire season, along with his lone main event win back at Atlanta. So he would love another heat race victory and get a chance to start on the front row at this track. it would be very difficult to win from the back here, even though it is a 40-lap event. So now we're seeing the Nako being able to hold off Brommer as Deaver peeked to the outside of Brommer. Does he peek to the inside here into turn 1? And yes, he does. And ooh, a lot of crazy moves right there. Jones and Andrew Rich peeking to the inside of Marty Johnson. 3 wide through turn 1. Johnson gonna lose a ton of positions here. He got a terrible line through the corner, but Andrew Rich moves all the way up to 5th place, as Deaver is unable to stick it to the inside of the 3. And now Jones back to the inside of Andrew Rich's. Deaver side by side with Eli Bright. But Rich will hold off Bobo Jones there, off of turn 4. Getting a huge run here. He's going to push Eli Bright ahead of Deaver, but I don't think he's going to get cleared himself. 3 laps to go in Heat 1. Oh, Andrew is holding that top side in 1. Very good. But he can't quite hold it in 2. Jones to his inside. And Deaver will hold line with the 0. But Rich not giving up just yet. Deaver will clear and get his arc into 3. Brommer closing in on the bumper of Nanako. Right into the corner. Bobo Jones will clear Andrew Rich. As Marty Johnson looks back to the inside. No, we've got pit stops. And it looks like everyone's going to come down here. So everyone's going to pit coming to 2 to go. So strategy here could be key. Will some take fuel only? Will others take 2 tires? The bottom 4 entering pit road is Magora, Tremblay, Cage, and Jagger. Jagger has not made a race in what feels like a very long time, to me at least. And yeah, see, this is where pitting at the back hurts you the most. It looks like everyone's taking fuel only. Andrew Rich is already done and away. Nanaka will be off first. Bright goes up to 2nd. Brommer 3rd. Deaver 4th. And Andrew Rich 5th. Jones, Turner, Common, Sakuli, and Adam Flickinger the top 10. As your bottom 4. Oh no, Zachary Fitzwater Sr. Your bottom 4 are Donovan Cage, Fitzwater, Tremblay, and Magora. And could Fitzwater be missing his first race of the year? He's come close a few other times here in the playoffs, but a bad pit stop could officially kick him out. And that would leave playoff drivers Hunter Braxton and Seth Cole. He's only going to have about a lap and a half. Oh man, I don't know. I don't think he can close in all this time to Shane Beckett, even on worn tires. Back to the front of the field. As we take the white flag, it's Casey Nanako with a 1.1 second lead over Eli Bright. So cloudy conditions forcing everyone to pit, coming to 2 to go. If it was clear out, I'm guessing we might have seen some people pit coming to the white and others make it to the end. But it's been long awaited, and Nanako's been on a pretty good streak lately despite not being in the playoffs. So coming off of turn 4, he'll finally get that first heat win of the season as he wins Heat 1 here at Indianapolis. He's also the first non-playoff driver to get a heat victory here in the playoffs. So congrats in order to Casey Nanako. He'll get his first front row start of the season. But officially missing out on the race will be Baco Magora for the first time this season, Zachary Fitzwater Sr., Brian Tremblay, and Donovan Cage. I will see you all for heat number 2. We're back here at Indianapolis. Clouds have parted. Weather has cooled down a bit. Clear 49 degrees here at Indianapolis. Let's get you to your starting lineup for Heat 2. Alan Cavanero and 2 Heat winner in the playoffs, Dylan Young, start in row 1. Edwin Mendez and Nico Tringali in row number 2. Seth Cole and James Ellison in row 3. Wyatt Anderson, man, in row 4 with Corey Riggs. And in row 5 is Dale Lightning and Jackson King, man. King and Riggs have been having some pretty good qualifying efforts here lately. As you look at the back of the grid, RJ Bishop, I notice, is on the final row with Benny Watson. So Bishop going to have his work cut out for him here in heat number 2 if he doesn't want to miss 2 races in a row. And could Cavanero make it a non-playoff driver front row today at Indianapolis?
Drivers, start your engine!
So we saw in heat 1 that essentially it came down to pitting at 2 to go and taking fuel only. And that was in cloudy weather conditions, so the cars were going a lot faster all the way around. Here with clear weather, we might see a little more draft influence, lower top speeds going into corners, and the driving could change as well as far as what lane's better. I think cloudy might have made the bottom a little bit better than the top, but we'll have to wait and see what happens. Some drivers were able to hold the top pretty good in turn 1. So I'm guesstimating that if anyone pits at all, they'll be pitting coming to the white. And then we could see some strategy. Dylan Young won his heat race at Gateway and last race at Michigan just by being able to stay out the entire time, and everyone else in front of him came to pit road. So could Dylan Young do that again today? So Cavi will lead him down the backstretch. Mendez behind him in second. Seth Cole in third. Battle for 4th place between Anderson, Young, and Lightning. Anderson had to give Lightning some room, and it almost put Dylan Young into the wall. And there's that turn 4 high line. You see Anderson, even with his minimal mid-pack power, he's able to get a good enough run to hold on to 4th place. Into turn 1, Lightning peeks the nose again, but Anderson pulls the block. And Dylan Young will fall backwards through the pack. So Seth Cole third, Mendez second, 2 playoff contenders right behind Cavanero. And Seth Cole all over the bumper of his teammate. So we take a look at the data sheet. The last heat win for Seth Cole was back at Tula. In fact, that was his only heat win. Mendez has come close a handful of times, but he's been passed at the end by Baranauskas both times. But for now, Cavanero continues to lead the field after 2 laps. No signs of anyone being able to beat him. He's looking for what would be his 4th heat win of the season. As actually looking at our driver list of heat race winners, Cavanero has the most of any driver who did not make the playoff grid. But he's just been put to the outside by Edwin Mendez for the heat race lead, and Mendez dives it into 4th so well he's able to clear him for the pass. Seth Cole was also peeking on Cavanero, maybe thinking of making it 3 wide. And he's going to make the move for second here in turn 1. Wyatt Anderson holding on to 4th place, man. What a run for this 55 car. Dale Lightning in 5th. Ellison trying to take 6th place away from Tringali. 8th place, Dylan Young. 9th, Matthew Logan. 10th, Audra Baranowskis. It looks like Tringali will hold on, as Anderson now is looking for 3rd from Cavanero. And Cavanero is probably wondering, how the heck is he up here? But down to 4th he'll go, as he'll hold off Dale Lightning for now. But Cavi, with a huge run off the corner, will go right back to the inside of Anderson for 3rd. As Lightning will get put to the top by Tringali there in turn 1. Baranowskis passing Dylan Young. Logan did it the corner before. But up at the front, it's the top 2. It's the JD Motorsports crew of Edwin Mendez and Seth Cole who lead this heat race. The last time, or I think the only time we saw a JD Motorsports 1-2 finish was in Heat 1 all the way back at Talladega, where Bobo Jones and Joshua Sekuli were able to stay out the longest, and they got top 2 in the heat. 3 laps to go here at Indianapolis. Fastest lap here in this heat goes to Nico Tringali at 49.236. And man, Wyatt Anderson is 2nd on that board. But Anderson starting to falter back. Tringali up to 4th now. Anderson down to 5th. Lightning trying to take 6th place back from Ellison, but it's getting difficult. Your bottom 4 right now as they run: Colt Hudson, Jackson King, Alexander Rowe, and Chris Wheeler. Does anyone have to pit coming to 2 to go? Mendez in good control of this race. Alan Cavanero does. So a handful of drivers are going to pit here at 2 to go. Cavi apparently leading too much, using too much fuel by leading the race. And that's one thing to watch out for tomorrow, or not tomorrow, later today, will be if you end up leading the whole first run or leading an entire run, you're going to use up more fuel. So Mendez staying out, Seth Colin 2nd, Tringali 3rd, Lightning 4th, Ellison 5th. Do any of these drivers pit coming to the white flag? And the answer is yes. Mendez and Seth Cole are going to give up the top 2 to pit. Tringali's down. Someone's staying out, but it's not Dylan Young. It's Samet Oskin. In the 22, Samet Oskin will take the white flag for Heat 2. Colt Hudson stays out. He was in the bottom 4, so was Alexander Rowe. So 2 drivers who were going to be out of this race if they pit stay out, with the 22 of Oskin, who's looking to make it a Team Penske front row. The only team we've seen sweep the front row this year has been Junior Motorsports. But does he have to pit coming to the checkered flag? We saw Lightning do that at Michigan last race. The answer is no. And for the first time this season, it will be a Team Penske front row as Samet Oskin wins his 4th heat race of the season by staying out. That is the 3rd time we've seen that happen in the playoffs. Fuel strategy coming in big time. And it looks like a couple of playoff drivers are going to be taking provisionals. Right now, your bottom 4 is Dylan Young, Watson, Gardner, and Riggs. Nareza's there as well, so that would kick out Voiles, Bishop, and I believe Catano. We'll have to wait for the official running order right here. Okay, results are official. So Young and Gardner are out. That kicks out Voiles and Bishop. And then with Nareza in 20th, or actually, hang on, let's see. You move the 20 up 3 positions because he would get kicked out by Gardner and Young. So it's Watson, Riggs, Voiles, and Bishop. So Bishop will miss his 2nd race in a row, all because of pit strategy. And Mendez is denied once again, as the 3 who stayed out have run out of fuel, I believe. Or they've already gotten to pit road. Wow, what a finish. These heat races, man, are getting insane. All right, well, I will see you all for 40 laps of action at Indianapolis. Missing out from Heat 2, Watson, Riggs, Voiles, and Bishop.